I think I need to go here and then you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Still waiting on my phone to see if I can hear myself. If you can hear me, post in chat that you can hear me. I've got all these little, I think I need to go here and then you can hear me. Yeah, there it is. Can you hear me now? Okay. We're live. We are live. There's a delay, which I think there's a way to fix that. I don't know. We'll figure that out some other time. For now, it's working. From when I say it to when I hear it, there's quite a delay. So that'll be a little weird, but whoa, there's my buddy 73. What's up, man? Good to see you. Okay. So here's what we got. Black Friday, I saw this TuneRC, and I've been bit by TuneRC before. My first toothpick I bought from them was an 03, and here's the final state of that one. So as you can see, it's there's no toothpick left. So this was the 03. I'm gonna give them a try again. So the first problem I had is one of the ES. Whoa, that was not good. I just knocked my juice thing over. And it's full, and it ran into my box that I had. I've got this box for carrying a what's it called? The Mobula Meteor 75 Pro or whatever that is. But it broke, so I don't put it in there anymore. I got to fix it. This is my new toothpick, AOS3 toothpick, that out of the box, the HD0 AIO 15, the 5-volt rail was broke. So they're sending me a new one. And then this one will get fixed. Then that is what it knocked over. You can see it's empty now. That had all my, it has like an 04 in it. It's got a HD0 Freestyle V1 that's on the floor now. It's got some couple of analog Whoop cameras. Supersize? What are you talking about, man? Well, not everything's supersized. I guarantee that. There are some things that are high quality, though. So anyway, I figured why not share my opening of this with you guys, and that's what I bought. I got I don't remember, I got a couple of discounts on it, so it's pretty cool. So but I mean, for the price, it's pretty cool. Look at that, $122.99, and it comes assembled, soldered. All you need to do is drop your DJI O4 Pro air unit, bind, and then go fly. That has my name written all over it right now. I've got enough builds on my desk, as I just showed you. I don't need more builds. 73, you're hilarious, man. I have little hands. Those aren't, well, they're just normal hands. I'm above average in every way. I'll just leave it there. I'm above average. I know the average numbers for men, and I am above average in every way. Okay? I'm just not like, I'm not going to be famous or anything, and I don't want to be. I like being who I am. I'm very happy with everything. Anyway. So this toothpick, I kind of want to just get more into toothpicks for a while, because they're not as loud. Aside from my 7-inch, my 7-inch, I'm making a video. Actually, I made part one. It's uploaded to the 90 percenters. We'll be watching it at the end of this week, maybe, probably pretty soon, because I posted it after the shut off of the last round of videos. So I think it'll be shown pretty soon on Saturday, whenever we watch videos. And like I had to disarm because what ended, you'll know before anyone else there, 73, is the motors on my 7-inch or the motors on this toothpick. The toothpick is 1204 5600 kV. So it's a 3-inch and it's only like 150 grams, I think, something like that. But it has their new Tune RC Poly F405V 1.2. It comes with an ELRS receiver, comes with propellers, comes with motors. Now, here's what happened. Yeah, dry weight, 112 grams with a 3S450 153. And I just bought one battery just for this. Yeah, toothpick. But I didn't buy a 450. I bought a 650. Because I don't want to fly for a while. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just like go up for 3 minutes. You know, I like to make it last. I like to ease in and, you know, have a crescendo near the end, but not so far near the end that all your gas is gone. And so I did buy this so that I can fly for a while. And it says 5 minutes of flight time with a casual flying cell. So I'm thinking I should get 5 minutes or so with a 650, maybe more. I don't know. But I'm going to be maybe this 04 Pro. I've got this 04 Pro here that it's already pretty much ready to go. I just got to put the antennas back on it. So I might not use this one. I might use the one that's on the ground over there that's still in the box, which I need to activate. And so anyway, they contacted me right after it shipped and said, "Hey, sorry, but we missed some gummies or something." I don't remember what it was. And so I've been holding on to this box to not open it until I got that. And you get it from GoFo, or at least that's who I got it from, was GoFo. Whoever GoFo is, because it comes from Vernon, California, where it's actually coming from China. So, you know. Yeah, they do have a repair place in Texas. You know what? I need to put in for that because I've got a 04 light that when it broke, they said they weren't doing that anymore. But I'm getting, like, I'm hearing people say they're getting their 04 lights fixed. So I need to like reopen that ticket and say, hey, you guys said you wouldn't do this back there, but I hear people are getting their stuff fixed and I need mine fixed because that kind of sucks. It's like $100 bill just laying there that you can't use for anything. And it's a weird one where like the camera, it connects to my Goggles 3, but the camera doesn't display anything. So I don't know what it is. I kind of want to ship it to them and say, hey, you know, fix it. Oh, that's nice. Hi, McShanky. Thank you for your order. Enjoy and happy flying. Avia from Aria from Tune RC. That is really nice. Oh, and as our buddy likes to say, stickers. That's cool. I'll have to put some stickers on my 3D printer because that's where I put them. All right, here's the box. And 3-inch 04 Pro toothpick. All right, let's open this sucker up. It's just me and you right now, buddy. That's good though. It's nice to have a friend. Other one. Got something in here. And oh, they put a few things in here. I dig what you're doing, Mr. 73. You your videos are sick. Like your property is the star of the show, but you flying and practicing power loops through the trees and using the canopy as your loop material, dude. I don't have any. We only have these little tiny uh, like evergreen trees here, or if they're tall, they don't really. I haven't found a place that has trees like yours, and I think that's the way everyone is in FPV. We're all like, oh yeah, but you've got mountains. I'm like, yeah, but I don't always go up to the mountains. It's like a bit of a drive. So anyway, they've got the 3D prints here, which is nice. I don't have to print those. They've got M2x9 for frame assembly, it says. You know, I like that they write all this stuff out in English too. Like that's really nice because you know, you get stuff from China a lot of times and you have no idea what's going on because it's in Chinese. Okay. Let's see what's in here. So this should be basically ready to go. Oh, cool. So there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot you lived. You've told me that multiple times, but don't ever have a traumatic brain injury. 73. It right now, um, people at my bosses at work are. It feels like they're trying to get me fired. Um, and like I had to remind them the other day, like, guys, I know I forgot this, but you don't understand. I literally forget stuff all the time now. Like, I'm not trying to. Trust me, it does not make my life any easier being like this. But it is what it is. So give me a little bit of a break, right? Okay, so this is it comes like a TIE fighter. That's what I see. So these toothpick ends are stuck in here. Doesn't that look like a TIE fighter? Yeah, I know, dude. Like that's the thing too. Like I can put together sentences now. I don't I guess you noticed it's hard for me to tell how bad I was before. It really is. And this is pretty cool. Check this out. This is like literally sitting here ready to go almost. I just have to basically put the O4 Pro in um, the plastic parts, screw it in, bind it to my radio, put a battery on, and go fly. It looks like that's pretty awesome. Um, these are VCI motors, by the way. So that's cool that they're not using some kind of unbranded motors. VCI is a good brand. And they've got the capacitor soldered on here. It's got a XT30. It's got kind of a heavy-ish leather Velcro for attaching the battery on. I mean, that's the thing I like about these toothpicks, especially at 3S. Like, you don't have to worry as much about it being like super lightweight. Now it is fragile. I mean, look at these little arms. These arms, let's see what the millimeters is on these arms. These arms are power on, 0. All right, so these arms are 3.3 millimeters thick. 3 millimeters. So they're 3 millimeters thick. You know, that's not like super thick, but that's half the thickness of most 5-inch arms, right? Aren't most 5-inch arms like 5 or 6 millimeters? So here's a heavy duty 5-inch. This is my 5-inch tank. The 5-inch tank. Oh, dude, it's 9 mil. It's 8 millimeters. So the tank is a little crazy to compare it to, but um, oh man, I'm sorry you're disappointed in it, man. I am really disappointed in my GX12. So um, my GX12, I I thought it would be the end all be all radio because it has Gemini high band, low band, so 2.4 and 900 megahertz, and um, the gimbals are real nice on it. The the switches are a little crazy. Like it's almost like Radio Master didn't realize what they're doing with with ExpressRS, OpenTX, or EdgeTX, because EdgeTX is is very specific about one thing, and that's your ARM switch. Your ARM switch has to be AUX auxiliary 5, if I recall correctly. And it I don't think they have a 2-position switch that's where anyone uses the ARM. For me, I like the leftmost switch, and I make it so that it's when it's pushed all the way backward, that's ARM. That way, all I have to do is bring a finger forward towards me and it disarms. Well, it's a 3-position switch, and multiple times now, this GX12, when I go to disarm, it locks up the radio. And I mean, like, it's frozen. You can't power it off with the power button. You have to pull the battery to turn it off. And that's not good. That's not cool, man. Like, I've had drones flip-flopping around on the ground until I pulled the battery, and then it disarmed. So, it did that to me yesterday, or maybe today and yesterday. I don't know. It's done it. And then I also get an SD card error on it almost every time I boot up now. And I brought this up to Joshua Bardwell, and I know he's one of your favorite people in the entire world because he's so kind to you, 73. Dripping sarcasm, by the way. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. But I'd asked him, because it had lost its config, and so in this case, it didn't lose its config, but sometimes it resets to 0. It has a SD card error, and then the next option is to reset configuration or something like that, and it wipes the entire model database, everything I had on there, and sets it to 0, and there's no card. He's like, change the card. And Blunty's like, JB, there's no card in the GX12. Like, oh crap, that's right. They basically soldered a module, an SD module, a memory module, not even an SD card. It's a memory module onto the board. So there's no SD card to replace. So I don't know what to do with that. I think I'm gonna open a ticket with what do they call it, Radio Master, and see what they say. I don't know if they have support. I don't know if their support's any good. But I'll give it a try. And have you guys heard what's going on with RAM lately. Like I've got a server downstairs that has like 90 something gigs of RAM in it, and I don't really use it that much. And I'm like, do I need to pull the memory out of that and put it up for sale? Um, I don't know. All right, let me get this. All right, so here is. See, I think I'm gonna use this. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one because this one has, this is right out of the box. I haven't even used this one yet. So like, I don't know, over a year ago when VTXs would come in stock, I just bought like another Pro and a couple of 04 lights. And man, am I glad I did, because I think I've got all I need now. And so just sitting here in front of me, I've got kind of like Great Scott, but instead of investing in coins, I'm investing in DJI VTXs. Oh, she was here. So I've got this, which that's this weird pusher B or whatever it's called. It's got a GPS, it's got 4 motors, it's 2S. Kind of sucks. I mean, this is just, it's too heavy for this small of a drone. So eventually I'm going to be putting this O3 air unit on something else. But I love that I can run O3 air units on my Goggles 3. So they're totally cool in my book. So I've got that one. And then I've got my old Tune RC toothpick setup. That's my GPS, my O3 air unit, my camera. It's everything sitting here. This is like almost where you could just sit this on top of anything. And as long as you give it power and the arming circuit, you could almost put it on anything and fly it. But so I got that. And then so this one is my HD0. It had a Freestyle 2 in it, but the UFL popped off, and so I could put it back in here and just figure out. They sent me, I sent HD0 tech support, like, hey, can I send this in to you? And they're like, well, if you know how to solder, you can just solder it to these pads. And so I'm going to try that, but I'm not having great luck working on my HD0 stuff. But I could also just wire this in. This is the HD0 Freestyle V1. And it's just big and flat. And there's plenty of room in that 7-inch for this. So I might just put that in there. And then I have a question for anyone who's watching now or in the future. What is that? That's too small for a frame. Is that like a fractal, like carbon booster thing? Mads Tech said the Freestyle V1 was fragile. Well, I'm just doing it for long distance, so I'm not planning on wrecking it. So I'm not too worried about that. Let me open this up. I want to get this built. I'm not going to fly it tonight, but it would be nice to have another drone built. I can't stay up too late. It's 5:40 right now where I am, and I'm on this new schedule so that I can go to all my therapies and doctor's appointments, where I work 6 to 2, which has been pretty nice actually, because I can get a lot done that early in the morning. And but man, you 100% have to go to bed at like 8:30 and be asleep by 9. Otherwise life is gonna suck that day. And I prefer not to have one suck if I don't have to. All right. Yeah, and you're up even earlier than me because you're on, let's see, Tennessee. Isn't Tennessee, part of Tennessee is in Central and part is in Eastern, if I recall. Which one are you in, 73? Are you in Eastern time or Central time? I think you're on the same time. I think you're in Eastern, if I recall. Oh, you said 6:40 there. I thought you were saying you'd get up at 6:40. Okay, so you're in Central time. Got it. And besides, I don't think I could fly right now anyways, because I'm a little shaky. This is my right hand. My right hand is less shaky than my left generally. Yeah, see, my left hand is really bad. So, all right. I guess I should pull up the instructions. Let's do that because I don't want to mess anything up. There's the assembly guide. Okay, during the assembly, do not bend the antenna feed line excessively. Yeah, I don't want to damage the antenna. You know what I need to do first? I need to activate this. Well, I can't activate it until it's power. It's got power, so I guess I do need to install it first so we can power it up. And then after it's powered, we will activate it. You know what I'd like to do is something. I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, so let's see. These are the screws to get the O4 screwed in. And let's just cut that off. And so my son came over for Christmas, and that was great. We had breakfast together. He spent the night last night, and he lives in Denver, so it's not like I don't get to see him all the time, but it's nice. I mean, he just wanted to come over, and when your kids just want to come over and see you, that's kind of. And he wasn't expecting any presents, but we got him some presents, and he was very, very happy, appreciative. It was really cool. All right, so first we have this little doohickey, which please note 3D printed bracket front part is longer. All right, so the front is that, and that's longer. And the front goes ahead of the DJI, or as everyone else says, DJI. So with this band stuff, can they do like we did with Biden's laws that said we can't drill in the Gulf of Mexico anymore and just change it to the name to the Gulf of America, and then that null and voids everything, and we'll just DGI now, and DGI is now how we can get FCC certification VTXs. That's cool that she lives that close to you, man. My daughter lives in Virginia, so we don't see them very often. Okay, so these are 1.5 mil screws that came with it to screw in to the air unit. So that's, oh, you know what? I put it in the wrong hole. We're gonna wait till chat catches up with my voice. Six views. What's everybody doing today? It's not like there's much going on. It's just Christmas. I have to work tomorrow. Dude, I love that about Flywoo as well, man. How cool is that? Like, that is the way. We need people that run companies that figure out ways to get business done. Now, of course, I want US manufacturing to eventually catch up. Unfortunately, the only way to do that is to make everything super expensive, because we don't use children to run our factories, which I like. And I don't like that they're using children and forced labor with the Uyghurs or the Foxcons that have to put sluice slide netting around their factories, if you know what I mean. And I also like that Flywoo is making wide angle lens adapters, but I don't like that you don't get them calibrated, so then you can't use the built-in, we call it the built-in. I think these screws are too long. I'm gonna use them, maybe use shorter screws. Undo this. Try a shorter screw, because some people like that kind of squished field of view. I'm sorry, I don't like that. I want it to be a little bit easier to see. Yeah, these long ones are too long. It does say to use the M2x4, and I didn't read that. So shame on me. I didn't read the instructions, even though it's sitting here in front of me. I read the top part, I didn't read the bottom part. That's more than 4, isn't it? I don't know what it is. It's more than 4. We use one of these shorter. I don't know if this is 4 or not, but here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put it up next to the TP, or the, I don't know what this is. I bet it's PETG. But put it up next to it, make sure it's long enough to go through it and into the screw hole on the 04 Pro on the top. And I heard it snap. That's because it. Dude, are you serious? You know what I just did? I screwed it into a fin. That's ridiculous. Okay. Back down here. DJI. Let's make sure we're putting it the right way. All right, the long pieces go up that way. All right, I think I heard it snap into the hole. Let's try to get it screwed all the way in the hole now. Please. Yeah, I think so. It looks like that worked. Yeah, I'm more of a 16:9 guy as well, 73. The 4:3, it is nice. Sometimes I'll put it on and there's times where seeing more vertical is helpful. But as you know, most of my flying is cinematic-ish. And so, of course, 16:9 is my, what do you call that? Whatever that is, that's my jam. All right, one more screw, and then we'll have this top plate, mounting plate on. I really like TuneRC's designs when it comes to their 3D prints and mounts. They figured some stuff out, man. Like it's very nice. I just haven't had a great time with their reliability so far. So I'm giving it another shot, because I mean, it's like I've got these 04 Pro, VTXs sitting around. I need to put them on something. And this seems like a decent thing to put it on. What is going on? Why aren't you screwing into the hole? Maybe it just is. I don't know. Let's push harder. Okay, I don't feel like I'm getting any purchase on anything, but this is on. So I'm going to go to the next step. That's what it looks like. So it's let's see. Does that look exactly like the picture? Yes, that looks exactly like the picture. Using the inside screw holes and the front longer pieces on top of the DJI. All right, now we get the next piece. Insert 2 rubber grommets to the left side 3D printed cage. Okay, so this is where I think they said it. They left out the grommets, but you know, I don't see grommets anywhere in what they shipped me. That's literally what they told me, is that they missed the grommets, and I'm still not seeing grommets. Huh. Oh, there they are. So they're in this package. Okay, cool. AOSD 5 frames, stacks, and motors to go with my new 04. New winter builds coming as I need them. Sweet, man. I mean, like, I was flying my Rad Lion V2 this morning, and it is just a smooth flying. When you get a build that's just buttery smooth, you're like, okay, this is nice. Which is what I hear it's like to fly FetTech and whatever. Dagnabbit, this is not on straight. I can see it now. This is not on straight. So whatever I didn't screw that into an actual hole. So what the heck, man? This is just, all right. That is definitely not straight. Well, if you live stream any of your builds, and I can, I'll watch them. Like I said, though, I'm on a weird schedule. But I'm pretty much that schedule every day. 6 to 2, and then I have, what do you call it? Therapies from like 3 to 4:30, 2 days a week. And okay, these are actually going in better now that it's lined up with the holes. Yeah, Kiss. It does seem more expensive too, but I haven't really heard of anyone that tried it and didn't like it either. My goodness, I am so thirsty. I'm scared to touch this thing though, because I always knock it over. Okay. So I did get this rebuilt or rescrewed in properly now. It's not lopsided. You know, sometimes you look at stuff and it looks fine, but then you look at it a second time and you're like, whoa, that is lopsided. It's like when you proofread your own stuff and you're like, yeah. What was I spelling? Because that is not how you spell that. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm not completely done with my room, but I'm getting pretty dang close. Um, I need to put something to store more stuff that's like vertical, and I'm not sure what to do with that. I'm thinking 3D printed, but I'm still having trouble with my 3D printer. I replaced the power supply. I bought a new power supply for it. Power supply is tiny. I was surprised. Okay. Insert 2 rubber grommets to the left side 3D printed. Is this the left side? No, that's the right. Is this the left side? Yes, this is the left side. Insert. Okay. Do these go in the middle and snap into place? Or, yeah, it looks like they do. So I need to like get something to smash it in. Smash it. Right. It's dark here, man. I tried to turn my face light on, but it's drawing too much current and shutting down. I need to put a resistor in. I tried one of my resistors, but it was too much. It wouldn't come on at all. It dropped the voltage too much. So I need to find better resistor that's not as crazy. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I did work on it a little bit before I started this time instead of just kind of like, let's send it and try it. And I did change some settings. I'm trying to make it better. My goal is to one day be as good of a streamer as Heads McFly. But as we all know, that's like premier level. That dude is good, but he's been doing it for like a decade or whatever. So let's see. So here's a tool that you might not have seen before. I don't know. I really like them. It's a ceramic tipped tweezers. The thing I like about them is they're non-conductive. So whenever you're trying to do something that involves electricity, you can use these and you don't have to worry about getting a bridge across positive and negative somewhere. Okay, I think, oh, of course it just falls right out, right when I say. Yeah, you definitely have, I like your humor. I really like your humor. You just put little humorous things here and there that I like, that they're not always just blatantly obvious either. So that's a skill that some people undervalue and underestimate, and you have it, my friend. All right. Looking for something big enough to shove this in the hole, but not break it. Break it. That's it. Do, 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 do. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Did you know? And then he says, what I got to give it to your mama. What I got, you got to give it to your papa. What I got, you got to give it to your dog. Then you do a little dance and then you drink a little water. What I got, you got to get it, put it in you. What I got, you got to get it, put it in you. What I got, you got to put it in you even when the feeling don't stop, continue. I realize I don't want to be a miser. Confined with sleight to be the wiser. I don't know anymore. Something about young guns. Blah, 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 blah. Cool song, though. One of my favorites. Probably one that 73 likes, because he and I have pretty common interests when it comes to the musics, because I really like the music in his videos, too. That's cool. I like to watch it just so I can jam out. I'm like, oh man, I hadn't heard that in a long time. That is one that I used to listen to all the time. Oh, dude, I got a shout out from your wife. That is freaking awesome. Hello, Mrs. 73. I've seen you in one of the videos, and I must say you are a pretty lady, and I would like to meet you someday. Speaking of pretty ladies, my wife is just awesome and amazing and beautiful and caring and really a nice person. And we just had our 32-year wedding anniversary. 32 years. And we got married at 18. So I asked her to make me something for Christmas. Okay, I finally got this in the 3D print to where it's actually sitting in there. I need some light. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's flush on both sides. Let's see if this will turn on. Goes off. On, then off. On, then off. Okay, so it's not going to stay on. I need to fix that. And yeah, thanks, man. So anyway, I asked her to make me something because she's really good at making stuff. You know, she has an art degree, and or actually a fine arts degree. Sorry. And I asked her if she would make me. I said, actually, I didn't even ask her to make. I just said I would like some mistletoe hung in the house this year. Can I make me big screen? Of course. Um, there we go. There we go. My big head, kind of crazy head. I didn't really do much to it when I got out of the shower this morning. I just kind of pushed it around with the comb. Didn't really do anything. So anyway, she like starts, of course, like looking up things to do with mistletoe, and she orders some, not live mistletoe, but fake mistletoe, whatever you want to call it, imitation, whatever. Anyway, 15 years. Well, that's nice, man. That's great. Um, I tell you what, man, life is so much better when you have a good woman next to you. And if she's good and you treat her right, she will treat you right. Usually better than you can treat her. And so you just try to do the best you can, man, because guys suck. I don't know about you, but I feel like she is much better at being a good person than I am. I don't think that's in all the way. But anyway, she looked up something and found a mistletoe ball. And so she trimmed, and she got like one of those, I don't know, foam balls or something. I never saw it. And she put together this amazing mistletoe ball. And dude, now we get so excited when we go under that mistletoe ball, and if and it's right outside our bedroom. She put it there so that, if it led to other things, we weren't very far away from the bedroom. And so it's like every time if I'm like in the living room or in the kitchen, I see her coming through, I'll go run over there and be like, give her an eyeball, like, you're in the field of the kissing ball. I'll actually call it the kissing bubble. Just because to me it feels like you're in a bubble, and you're about to get bubble kisses or something. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't even know. I'm trying to make up a reason. I don't need a reason. It's just amazing fun, and we have fun doing it, and that's what we do. Things like that to take our mind off of the idiots of the world who try to make our lives not as much fun. All right. Well, that took a while, but they're both in there now. Let me just highlight with my phone so you can see what I just did. So this has those two holes right there. Man, this backwards stuff is weird. Okay, so there's the two holes, and I put those rubber grommets in there so that they fit. There you go. So that's what took me all that time, because rubber grommets are like crazy hard to do in FPV, no matter where you put them. Whoa, I'm thirsty. It's like really hot here today. Christmas Day. And it's really, 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 really hot. All right. Note the left side 3D printed camera case is different than the right. Yep. That's why I held it up to the screen and figured out which one it was. Slide the antenna feeder line through the gap. And then inside. And then insert the antenna to the right into the antenna holder. And I bet this means I'm going to have to take the antenna off, which means I have to take the bottom of this apart, which I didn't really want to do, but it's really not that bad on the 04. I'm going to have to go turn the air conditioner on. And my wife asked me for something. And for me to pause at some point, come help her with them. So I'm going to just put on some, I'm going to put on a video. And I will be back in just a bit. Let me see if this works. Why am I not signed in? So I'm not signed into YouTube. $72. Yeah, dude, I'm like sweating. It's crazy. My wife came in earlier and she's like, "Do you care if I turn the air conditioner on?" I'm like, "Yeah, go for it." Let's see. Joshua Bardwell, December 28th is going to be streaming. Okay, let's go to 73 uploaded Christmas FPV Cruise 90 crew. I haven't seen that. That was an hour ago. I'll have to go check that out, because that is a new upload from a friend of mine named 73. And since he's going to go to dinner, I'm just going to end the stream right here and say 73 to everyone, which is what you say in ham radio to say good wishes and good tidings to everyone. But it's also the name of my internet name of my good friend from Tennessee. So it was good to see you. It's good to hear from your wife. Merry Christmas to you guys and anyone else watching this. This is my holiday surprise. Now you know it's a Tune RC 04 toothpick, and maybe I'll if you want some more videos about it, let me know and I will make some. And we'll chat later. Have good holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. And